Welcome to Your Known Unknown, where Source and I will help to shed light on what's unknown to you. Welcome to another day. It's the third quarter moon in Taurus today, and we're starting off on looking at what actions for release are going to be helping us, or what actions for implementing and moving forward are going and being put forth for us today by Spirit. So without further ado, let's get to it. Let's into it. Let's pull some cards for you today. Yeah. You're doing some work. You're letting go of some burdens, some things that are in your world that aren't working out for you. At least you're looking at them. You're like, that's it. That's the thing, or that's gonna be the thing, or that's been the thing, the things, and it's kind of like the life you've had over the last few cycles have been a wave, right? They always say you're going constantly uphill. Well, yeah, within that there's waves too, and you're at that downhill pinnacle of the wave, maybe with your willpower, maybe with your self-talk, maybe with the way you feel. Maybe you were in a really good spot a while ago. You worked really hard to get into that good spot. You set yourself up for some success, and then you went to go, life went to go tackle it with you and put you through some lessons and some curveballs, and then what? And then you slip. You cope. You soothe. You relax. Your discipline is fleeting. And you're going, no, that's not what we're doing anymore. That's not what we're being anymore. That's not who we are. That's old self. And we don't want that. It doesn't feel good anymore, because I know how good it can feel to be new self. So, angels, spirits, guides, ancestors, please help me be the better self that you know that I am, right? And you've got those ideas in your mind finally. You're seeing it. The last big transitions, astronomical transitions that have happened have led you into some mental wormhole that just goes, there's the idea. And I think you're riding with it. I feel like you're riding with it. You're coasting it. You know it's going to get better. You know it takes you to make it better. So, what's the common denominator when we don't feel good in life? Something to do with self. It's in my control. Or at least work on what's in your control, because that's all you can work on. So once you learn the rule of thumb, everything is with, I can control everything, therefore, I can control everything of myself, my thoughts, my feelings, my perceptions, my actions, my decisions, stuff like that, to put myself in a sense of good feeling. Well, once you get there, then, it's all in good faith anyways. You're doing it. Just be patient, because you know that this downhill can only be affected by you pushing that boulder uphill. And I say boulder because I'm an earth sign, and that's what I envision. You got to look into yourself. You got to feel for yourself, and you got to get to know yourself, and then you got to trust yourself so many times to the point where you can believe yourself. And if you take care of yourself, life is long enough to achieve everything that you want. If you take care of yourself, all 5 aspects of yourself. And you feel like you're not somewhere Maybe you try to push your body, or you're really just like, you go, oof, I know that if I don't take care of my body, I'm going to die, and I'm not going to feel fulfilled, which therefore perpetuates a negative feeling. So now your emotional body doesn't feel good. It's not, you got to find the common denominator within yourself. You got to look for those thoughts, words, thoughts, sensations that trigger you into the same feelings, into the same kind of like limiting self-talk. You have a great idea. Oh, I could do this. And then you go, yeah, but it's just so much work to do this or that. Or yeah, but I'm not too good at reaching out to people. I don't feel very diligent in that. Bullshit. Do it. Make yourself do it. Because what you're really addicted to is that feeling of limitation. You are comfortable to it, therefore it's addicting. You want it again because it's comfortable, it's familiar. And really, your growth is in the unfamiliar. It doesn't have to be in the uncomfortable. It's just in the unfamiliar because you're not familiar with it. So when you take these action steps to better yourself, go get therapy, go to the gym, make a routine, a new routine every day, one that you can keep. Hold yourself accountable, or find a way to hold yourself accountable. If willpower is the choice of diminishment of yourself, if you're like, hey, I'm just going to let myself slide a little bit in life because actually doing my right thing, like I do the right thing everywhere I go, but am I going to the gym regularly? No. Do I want to be? I think so. Yeah. Did I do it? Yeah. Was it a lot of work? Yeah. Am I going to do that again? Probably not like that, because that was toxic. I might go a little easier because I've learned. I've compromised with myself to be like, I used to go every single day, no questions asked, even at the detriment of relationships, work, everything. I would be like, I have to go to the fucking gym today. And I did that for like a year. And I could do it. I know I could do it. And I know I did it. But after stopping, because life changes happened and I couldn't quite keep up in the same sense anymore, I had to focus on some other things. I let a lot slip. And I'm looking at it now and I'm like, wow, man, to get back into it's tough. Well, let's change it up. You don't have to go keep up to your original standard, man. You can start differently. Let's go 3 times a week. Let's just jog there and hit up the sauna and come back. What if you don't even lift? You're the common denominator. You're in control with yourself. Chat with yourself. Get to know yourself. Spend some time with yourself. Life is long if you take care of yourself, so you'll have tons of time to hang out with buddies and to make sure people like you and to feel good and relax. No, set yourself up. Build your empire. Come on. It's not just you. What if you have kids? What if you have kids? You're going to want some kind of legacy to be left behind, so you got to work towards that. You don't want to just get married right away and then settle into struggleville for the rest of your life. No. You want to work hard because you know it can be better. So the old self has to slip on into the past, has to be let go, has to be accepted and acknowledged and loved and appreciated, and it has to be integrated. You have to absorb it. You have to allow it to be and acknowledge that it is and was who you are, and then love it, and then get to know a new sense of self by being able to look at that fractal of that glimmer, that I want to say fragmented fractal, but glimmer of old self that's a mirror just shining back at you, and you reflect a different sense of yourself from now on to continue to grow this light prism that you are, right? I hope that helps you feel good, knowing that it's intent, it's imagination, and it's involvement, your control. I'm trying to spend my time feeling illuminated and to feel inspired by my own self. And on a path that's unfamiliar, feeling comforted is a key element that I feel like is a little deceptive. So we have to feel familiar to even find new comforts that are healthier than our old self's comforts. And I feel like that's the wall that we hit cyclically quite often. I feel like we get to a spot in our development or our self-discipline practices where we're just like, I'm going to go eat that ice cream, And then you do it one day, and then you end up doing it for the next 10 days, and you feel bad about it at the end, and then you're sick, and your skin's breaking out, and then you move on because you're stressed out to the next vice that you had, and the next one that you had, after trying so hard. And so it's disheartening. But we want to move through and past that because we know we can, because we have before in different ways, at different periods. I'd like to accept all of them at once, but that's a little hard, So we spend time with silence. We meditate, right? Let's give our body the pattern recognition of nothing. Let the body know that for now, the foreseeable time in which I tell you, we're doing nothing. Meditation is really, really powerful. The act of meditation itself is really powerful. And it is a very peaceful discipline. When we hear the word discipline, a lot of people get turned off by that. I love disciplines. Getting up in the morning is a discipline, Learning how to keep your mouth shut when you get angry, that's a discipline. Not giving up on somebody just because they're learning their own lessons and I took something personally, knowing my feelings really are just my body's emotions and chemicals. It's not my conscious self's thing. I'm the observer, so why get mad at somebody? Oh, it's my body and my mind's reaction. It's not my soul's reaction. It's all discipline. It's change. It's growth. And I think we're moving into a time period where that's going to start, that's reigning forward in your own way for your own self. I like hard work. I like pushing my efforts' limits. I like showing up for the cause and making sure that the important people around me understand that I don't believe in the word can't. I believe in the word yet, but I don't believe in the word can't. Cannot does not exist. It's either won't or haven't yet. So be patient. You are your only experience in this whole game. So be patient with yourself. Be patient with your mind. And life starts to get a whole lot different as we grow on. So when we're young, don't sweat it. Try to learn what that means, you know? And when you're old, have some fun. And if you feel stuck, the universe has given us gifts everywhere to implement into our beings, to help us become the best us that we can be. Herbs, crystals, voice, song, dance. I'd say community and friendship. Just make sure you don't get distracted by others. This is a journey of yourself and who you are. And this is a journey of where you're going, where you're from, and what you want. And as I'm saying that, the King of Pentacles comes out in my emotionality deck, my moon deck. It says, you want to feel like the King of Pentacles. You are feeling like the King of Pentacles. Why not feel like the King of Pentacles as often as you want? Just find what does it for you that makes that happen. You are your own alchemical God, universe, soul. And we're going to make it through this together, one day at a time. Sorry for that. If you like this reading, like, share, subscribe. We are complete here. I'm wearing a lot of hats in life right now. No pun intended. And we're moving through a lot of things. A lot of experience. A lot of growth and like mental discipline. And it's been a very intense journey. I'm here to help guide the journeys as we move through it. The cards are here to help show us our ways. So, like I said, if you like these kind of readings, like, share, subscribe. Let's see what we can do. And thank you for being here with me today. Until next time, much love.